All right, Jesse on Fire, welcome back to the channel. So, if everybody was wondering, what is Chris Weidman going to do after that heroic win? Like I was like, gosh, now that he's back in the mix, who is Chris Weidman going to fight? Well, that question's answered, or I don't know if it's answered, but Luke Rockhold wants back in, and Luke Rockhold wants a piece of Chris Weidman. And I like it. I like that fight. Luke Rockhold against Chris Weidman, that's very similar to Cowboy versus Anthony Pettis. 2 stars on a skid. Both of them need a win. I like it. Luke Rockhold is too good to be retired, okay? Here's the thing about Luke Rockhold. He's a monster, okay? That fight against Jan Blachowicz, he's a monster. He was a dude. He honestly, like him at 205, he looked like Darren Till at 185, where you're like, he looked huge, dude. Like you assume when guys go up a weight class that they're gonna look small. Rockhold looked massive at 205. Can you imagine like seeing how big he was at 205? Can you imagine running into that guy, thinking of him as like a middleweight fighter? He probably is gigantic, dude. And I saw him training DC. Oh my God, I'm way ahead of myself. If you guys don't mind, subscribe, ring the bell, tell your friends. Because guess what? Guess what the GOAT on the mic did? Guess what the GOAT on the mic did? The GOAT on the mic enraged the YouTube gods. Okay, I am still trying to navigate this thing. Okay, I'm a rookie as it relates to YouTube. Okay, I am not a social media master. I know you wouldn't realize that, judging off of my TikTok and my meteoric rise on that particular platform, but that is the case. And I have looked, and now I have gotten to the bottom of what happened. No. I have seen what the result was. I still don't really know what the cause was. The result is that my impressions, which is the number of times that my videos are shown to people and given them the option to be clicked on, went down literally 75%, okay? 75%. That's not a joke, okay? I was getting 20,000 impressions, and then the click-throughs are always, my click-throughs are always right around 10%. And then all of a sudden, they went down to like 5,000, like literally, like just like that. So, whatever I did wrong, let's just stop it and let's re-trigger the algorithm so it starts showing, like people deserve to see my content, right? Let's not let the world be starved from Jesse on Fire, all right? Let's get this thing back in gear. Anyway, all right, so I appreciate the help. Honestly, I need it, okay? So, yeah. So I think Luke Rockhold is playing a very smart fight game. Chris Weidman, big name. Chris Weidman looked pretty soft in that fight if you're Luke Rockhold, right? Didn't really see a lot from Chris Weidman that looks pretty threatening to Luke Rockhold, considering Luke Rockhold loses exactly the same way in every single fight, which is to him being disrespectful towards the offense of his opponent and just not having his hands up and then getting caught with a counter left hook. I mean, if he could cut that particular flaw out of his fight game, he would be pretty tough to beat, because when that guy, like I would dare somebody who has never been kicked to let that guy kick you in the leg. Dare you. If I like that Jan Blachowicz fight, honestly, dude, watch that fight again. I mean, I know he ends up getting his jaw broken, but just watch him kick Jan's legs, dude. It's brutal. Okay, brutal. He has a total game. That's what's frustrating about it. It's like okay, so actually, let me say this. If you don't watch closely, Luke is a guy who's very easy to dislike, okay? There's something about how he carries himself, which I used to take as him being super arrogant, which is partially that in the octagon, but outside the octagon, I took it as him being really just arrogant. I think he's kind of shy, actually. I think what it actually, like, shy and arrogant look very similar, okay? Ask my wife. All right, I know that's a weird comparison. Ask my wife what Luke Rockhold is going through. But my wife is shockingly good looking, okay? If anybody's never seen her, ask somebody in the comments, okay? Okay, you can't be more attractive than my wife is. And I'm not saying that to like, give myself a hand. It's just reality. And I've had extensive conversations with her about what it was like growing up. And she was just like, she's super shy naturally. She's been with me for 13 years, so we've kind of driven her out of that a little bit, but like by nature she's shy. Okay, do you know what it looks like to be shy if you're as good looking as her? People are like, I don't like her. She's a B. That girl is a B. Okay, it's like if you're super good looking, you almost have to go way out of your way to be like super open and friendly for people not to assume that about you, because they automatically are jealous, and so they're going to be mad. They're going to look for a reason to be mad. And if you can't help how you look. Honestly, like you cannot help how you look. So if you look like her, where she couldn't dress down the fact that she's a hard 10 if she tried, and she's just shy, people are like, I don't like that girl. It was really hard for her, seriously. Okay. I'm pausing right now because I just realized that is all me leading up to saying that Luke Rockhold is a hard 10. I'm embarrassed. I am embarrassed. But I am going to just continue this video because I've already gone through the effort of this setup. And so I'm going to say, look at Luke Rockhold, okay? He is a strapping gentleman. He has a modeling career. He's a good-looking dude, obviously. Excellent bone structure. But, a guy who does modeling, if he doesn't carry it the right way, if he's not super outgoing and friendly, people are going to assume he's an arrogant prick, right? So there's something about him that is kind of naturally, you're like, I don't know if I would mind seeing him get his jaw broken. I don't know. And what I'm saying is, I don't think it's necessarily merited. I watched some more like about him, and I saw what I was actually watching was I was watching a lot about him and Bisping. Jeez. What, you guys acting like I have an actual job to do? Stop bothering me, for God's sake. Anyway, but I was watching a lot about him and Bisping's, kind of engagement, and I was like, man, he's pretty cool, dude. Like, he was pretty cool. Honestly, like he was, like when he beat Bisping, he was super good to him. Like he was incredibly, like it was good sportsmanship. Prior to the fight, guys are going to run their mouths. They're trying to sell the fight. But he was a really good sport to Bisping, and Bisping was not a very good sport back. But that's Bisping's brand, and that's why Bisping is hilarious. I'm not talking bad about Bisping. He is hilarious. If you don't watch his podcast, get on it. Believe you me, he's hilarious. He's one of the most clever guys ever. Like if I lived next door to him, I would be best friends with him. For sure. Well, at least he'd be my best friend. I don't know if I'd be his best friend. One of those things. Just because I like listening to him talk. But generally people like listening to me talk too. So maybe we could be BFFs. What's up, Mike? I know that YouTube probably isn't going to show you my video, but if it does, let's hang out. Let's get houses next to each other. Anyway, but I think that calling out Chris Weidman was a very, very good call because Luke Rockhold will beat him, and I think he'll beat him handily. And that'll put him right back in the mix because he is a good guy to have in that division because middleweight is like, it's stacked. It's stacked. And like there are a lot of great fights there. A lot of guys with good left hooks though. So I would say really start training this, right? This. Come in with your leg kicks, with your shoulders up, turn yourself into a turtle so you can throw your leg kick. And, you can still throw a leg kick with almost equal power without doing it like this and then just kind of backing up like this, just like you ain't gonna hit me. And then every once in a while, you get hit and your jaw gets displaced from your face. So anyway, that's my thoughts. Tangent Land City. So if you like the content, subscribe, ring the bell. I'm serious. Tell your friends, dude. Tell your friends. Let's re-kick this algo into gear because I'm not doing this for like as a hobby. Okay, I'm trying to do this to build the channel and turn this into something I can just do. You know what I mean? So if you like the content, help me out.